Have you ever done something habitually that you're not proud of? Maybe you do something now that you're not too fond of. Today, I'd like to explain why our brains form habits and what really goes on behind the scenes. According to an article published by Harvard Medical School on May 2nd, 2022, author Steve Kalicman says, "Good or bad, habits are routines, and routines like showering or driving to work are automatic and make our lives easier. So we form habits to make our day-to-day lives easier on our brains. However, sometimes we form habits that we don't want to keep. Whatever your habit may be, it is possible to change." According to an article written by the ADD Association in May of 2025, anyone is capable of breaking a habit in 6 steps. Step 1, identifying the habit and the triggers. It's important to identify your habit and triggers. Triggers can be anything like an emotional state, a time of day, or a location. Sometimes our brain perceives things as a threat, and we do these habits as a defense mechanism. In the same article published by Harvard Medical School, author Steve Kalicman says that the limbic system in the brain activates the fight, flight, or freeze responses, and our reaction is to avoid this threat and go back to this old behavior, even though we know it's not good for us. Step 2 is to understand the rewards. If you understand the reward, you understand what your brain is trying to replace when you do this habit. This is very important if you're trying to reverse your habit. Step 3, change your environment. Environment is often linked with the triggers that cause this habit to take place. According to the June 2024 NIH article, Breaking Bad Habits, you could develop a plan, say to avoid walking down the hall where there's a candy machine. Resolve to avoid going places where you've usually smoked. Stay away from friends and situations linked to problem drinking or drug use. Step 4 is to replace it with a new habit. If you look back at step 2 and you understand the reward that your brain gets when you do this habit, it will be much easier for you to pick a newer, healthier alternative that can still fulfill the needs that your brain is looking for. According to the American Heart Association, new behaviors can be hard because your brain's basal ganglia, the autopilot part, hasn't taken over this behavior yet. This might make it difficult to adapt to your new habit and not just slip into your old one. Step 5, create an if-then plan. What does an if-then plan do? The ADD Association breaks it down clearly. This gives your brain a script to follow when faced with a trigger or challenging moment. In that same article, the author gives an example of what an if-then plan might look like. They write, if you procrastinate when a difficult task comes up, your strategy might be, if I feel like avoiding it, I'll commit to working on it for 5 minutes. Step 6, track your progress and celebrate wins. It's important to track your progress and to celebrate wins, as these are both great forms of positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement can keep your brain from being discouraged and slipping back into your old ways. In summary, breaking a habit isn't easy, but if you understand how your mind works, you can follow a routine and stick to it, you can break any habit.